Good news, everybody. Mass Effect Andromeda is still making money. Hi, my name is NikoTheLegend, here to give you some more news about Mass Effect Andromeda and BioWare, Dragon Age, EA, etc., etc. And yes, I'm still wearing the Santa's hat, and it's pretty much mid-February, and yes, I know, the trolling has already begun. Before we get started with our topic, just want to say that I just recently did a pilot episode of The Nico Show over on Twitch a couple days ago. It was an hour going over gaming topics and news, and kind of just, talking about gaming with your favorite host, NikoTheLegend. So make sure to check that out. We're going to be doing it it's going to be a weekly thing on days off of work that I have. So if you haven't followed me on Twitch, I will be posting updates constantly talking about when the next Nico show is going to happen. Like I said, an hour with Nico, doing live streaming, talking about different articles, talking to the viewers. And if you have any questions, please come ask me about what you want to know. And yes, that was a pilot episode a couple days ago. Like I said, if you just want to watch it on the Twitch channel real quick to get an idea, please check it out. It was a lot of fun. We're going to keep going along with it. I hope to do something pretty great with it besides the normal routine. And I'm still deciding if I want to release it on the YouTube channel. But without further ado, let's talk about how Mass Effect Andromeda is still making money. Oh, and thanks people for still helping with your support. Anyway, the multiplayer is still being updated. It's still making money. Sorry, I'm not trying to be funny. I am funny. Okay, so last summer, BioWare stated that it would be rather prematurely ending support for Mass Effect Andromeda. And remember when we were just sitting in our little cryostasis pods, freezing? Cryo freezing, whatever, waiting to wake up when the single player DLC was gonna come out for the game. Korean DLC, the Benefactor DLC, so on and so forth. And then nothing came out besides an announcement for a book to add closure to the game, which is coming out not too long from now, maybe like a few months from now. Yes. If you don't know what the book name is, that's okay. You can always check out my Mass Effect Resurrected video for all the news on that. But yes, EA, well, I don't want to say just BioWare, it was EA mainly. We're pulling the strings on that. But, the campaign may be dead, but the multiplayer lives on. Because guess what? Microtransactions is still a thing that they're making money off of. They're like, Battlefront 2, look, we'll take it away. But, since people haven't complained about it enough on Mass Effect Andromeda, we're going to keep it in. Because you know what? It's been making us money. We can get away with some microtransaction train wreck. That's right. When BioWare becomes your used to be your favorite company, now becomes your most hated company because of much of a puppet the company is, because EA is always pulling the strings. I swear EA and Microsoft should just have a cup of tea together, because those are two companies that don't know how to market their games properly at all, or keep it alive, or give some type of fan service, like for real. But yes, the multiplayer is still being updated. Mass Effect Andromeda's multiplayer is still being updated, and it's going to keep being updated. They're going to keep adding stuff to artificially add to the game's depth by keeping this alive, because of course they want to keep making money. Of course they still have enough, apparently they have enough people playing. But like I said, that's because of people buying the microtransactions. We can't say the same thing about Battlefront 2, because they took it away because Disney was getting a little worried about that. And that probably dropped a lot of players too, especially the people that really like the loot crates, which I don't understand why, or the microtransaction stuff. Well, it's a train wreck in Battlefront 2. The progressional system in that game is just crap. It's really crap. We all know the Reddit post stuff. Yeah, so that's basically what I wanted to talk about. I know it's not too much, but just the fact that they're I mean, it adds to the bigger picture, right? We're seeing all these different games, franchises that we love so much, and they're being tarnished, destroyed, and basically molested, to be honest, because this is the type of harassment that shouldn't be tolerated, right? Because the game and its message and its sole purpose in life as it was created, as an art piece, is being shattered and rewritten and reworked and trying to rework our brain into becoming gamblers. Now, say what you will about the whole gambling fiasco that, some countries are doing to try to fight it, but gambling is gambling. It's a sin. That's a fact, okay? Gambling is bad no matter how you look at it. Because, if there's any gamblers out there or any people who have experimented, you know the craving. It gets pretty bad. Especially peer pressure. Peer pressure is bad. But when it's somebody that's alone in their room and they're making the choice to gamble, on their own, nobody watching them but themselves, and the messages that are being portrayed in your sensors, and this crazy sensory overload is like, do it! Manipulation, brainwashing, indoctrination. Mass Effect term? It didn't invent it, but it definitely taught me what the hell indoctrination was. I think we can compare EA to the Reapers at this point. I think they're trying to give us the symbiosis ending in Mass Effect 3. Sorry, Mass Effect 3 ending does a little thing to me. Although I was one of the few people that's actually liked it with the extended cut, not the original. Even though I was scarred deeply, trust me. I just didn't even realize it at first. But since multiplayer and microtransaction in Mass Effect Andromeda is still a thing, we're going to probably see it for the longest time. I don't know if it's going to still be alive when Anthem comes out because, people are going to be wanting to play Anthem, especially EA supporters, players, Origin supporters or Mass Effect supporters. They're going to want to play the next best thing, especially competitive shooter players. And no doubt it's going to have microtransactions. If you think Anthem is going to be a clean slate and it's going to be EA's money train, Anthem's going to be EA's money train because they saw how much money Destiny was making. Money train is going to happen. And like I said, it all adds up to the bigger picture. Dragon Age is the next to fall victim. It's going to fall victim. The pattern hasn't changed yet. Let me go on this side. The pattern hasn't changed yet at all. Nothing has shifted because we're still seeing microtransactions in Mass Effect Andromeda, and I know it started in Mass Effect 3, of course, but we were still able to shy away from it despite the whole Galactic Readiness fiasco for that game. Play online, EA Pass. But they still release single-player expansions. Like Citadel is probably my favorite expansion I've ever played for any game. So you get the idea. There was something to keep us away from that microtransaction BS. And Mass Effect 3 was a pretty perfect game, despite the ending debacle. It was a pretty fantastic game. We can't argue with that. It was great. Because of all that hype that was built up in the game throughout your playthrough. So, what do you think about Mass Effect Andromeda still being constantly updated? I want to know if you guys are playing it, how it's been affecting you as a Mass Effect player, or just your outlook on BioWare as a whole. Are you gonna drop Andromeda's multiplayer to play Anthem? Or are you not gonna buy the game because Anthem's the reason why Mass Effect is being destroyed, or was destroyed? So, thanks again, guys. Take care. Check out the Nico Show. I'm going to be doing another Nico Show episode tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be live on Twitch, and I hope to check me out. It's twitch.com/NikoLegend. Please follow. Help me continue my gaming escapades, journeys, adventures. We want to go together and accomplish things greatly. Thank you.